So, update on the plants that I have sown here. These are the tomatoes that I actually sown. Now I think it's around 2 or 3 weeks, or maybe 2 weeks. I had a little accident today with these tomato plants. So you can see these two curtain cucumbers. They actually fell into two of these pots. So I think, yeah, it was into this pot. So one full grown like this sort of tomato, it kind of died. So I had to put another small tomato in there. And the same thing happened over here. You can see the other tomatoes here are quite a lot bigger. And this one died and it was kind of broken, so I had to repot, put another one in there. But I think all of them are doing well. I actually watered these tomatoes one time, first time, like after repotting them, and it was yesterday. So yeah, but some of them are quite long stem. So after a while I need to fill up more soil. But these ones, cherry pot tomatoes, they look fine. It's only a few of them that doesn't do that. And then in here I have some alpha cucumbers that are gonna go into the greenhouse, and some flower starting over there. And over here are the tall tomatoes that I planted I think last week. So they have started and they are reaching for the light. This lamp here, I keep it on from around 6 or 5 in the morning until 7 or 8 in the evening. And I'm honestly thinking if this amount of small cherry tomatoes for pots are enough. Because I don't know if I will, how many of these gonna die off during the progress of growing tomatoes. But yeah, we will see. We will see if I'm gonna plant any more of those. But I do have the tall varieties as well. And here you can see some hollyhocks are starting. And then I have some dahlias. And then also there is other more like tall tomatoes that are starting. So I would say it looks quite okay, you know, in terms of progress. Here are some parsley, and the sage and parsley that I have in these two containers. I think that the sage is honestly, this is honestly more parsley in there. As you can tell, there is a little bit green. But the sage, I think it's starting, but it's kind of just slow. And I actually had a delivery today in the post. And this material is for the garden, like to put on the ground out in May and to keep away the weed. So this white weed kind of containment form of material, it costs around 60 euros, and it's 2 meter multiply 50 meter, and they did have the same material but in other colors, like in black and I think green, but those were more expensive. And I think it's because white kind of lets some light under the fabric, and that could potentially be a problem for weed controlment. But I'm very happy for this. I think 60 euros, even if it sounds like waste of money. I think if you have a garden and you're growing vegetables and eatable types of food, it's a waste of time to actually weed out all the grass and like wildflowers that's gonna grow around. And with this material, I'm expecting to be able to just cut some holes exactly for where I wanna place and plant like a cabbage or kale plant. And then around, there's not gonna be any weed. I will work the soil before I will put that fabric on the ground. But yeah, so I just want to show that to you, that I kind of got it. I'm not gonna keep it here indoor. I'm gonna put it out, but I just wanted to show that. And this is my plan for the tall tomatoes that I soon will be repotting, probably by this week. Next week I think I cannot do that because I will have some guest coming here, so I cannot do that, but I think I must do it this week. So I'm going to repot the tall tomatoes in these beer mugs. I have used these previous year, so I will probably, hopefully not need to buy any more. I put a hole in each of these mugs at the bottom so the water will have space to get out. And I have planned some soil to fill, and then I'm gonna put all those like arranged in this container. And here is all of the bell pepper, chili and aubergines that I have going on. So I have them in this like wardrobe storage thing, and then I put some newspapers and stuff at the bottom, and I have like 3000 K lamp here. It's just a normal, it's not for specific for growing, it's just a lamp that I have purchased. And I also planted some quinoa, and then back here are some more chili bell peppers I will be repotting as well into small pots like this week. And I have some more in there. I can probably lift this lid. So here are a few more that I will be repotting this week, and you can see there are some more coming here. And I keep all of this above this heater here, so I can use the under heat to grow these plants. And then I kind of rearranged these shelves so that now I have the heater kind of on the same level as these other remaining bell peppers. So I have more bell peppers, chilies and aubergines growing underneath this light. So I have 2 floors with that, and yeah, they are growing. I keep these lamps on for 13 hours per day, so from around 5 o'clock until 7 or 8 in the evening. And then on this windowsill here, I utilizing the underneath heat to kind of start seeds. And I had a problem that I show you here with green kale, that it didn't start. But now I think you can see that there is some progress, that they actually are sprouting. And I did remove or add the container with artichokes up here because they had not made any progress. So now I'm utilizing the underneath heat to kind of have them started. And on the other side of this windowsill, I have some cicoria, lavender, and some sweet fennel. And the sweet fennel have actually sprouted now. I don't know if you can tell, but it have sprouted, so it's doing progress. And I do have some other stuff here, but more sweet fennel and petunias, but I kind of just put them there, so I don't expect so much progress on them yet. And a few more containers with, you know, like what is it called, echinacea and ginseng and some other stuff here. And here are the citrus trees, and I have the lamp on. Now I kind of changed, so the lamp from January, end of January, is on around 13 hours per day. And I do put like this fan that I have here. I put this fan, I already had this fan, so I didn't even have to buy it. And I keep it on here a little bit so it kind of blows, circulate the area like air, and also kind of dry out the soil a little bit quicker, especially on these seedlings. So down here I have some pansies and they are starting, so all is good with those. I also have more pansies here. They are kind of sprouting but not yet green. There are some on the side here starting. I think this container could do well with some underneath heat. And then the green kale that I started first container of here has started. So these seeds are from like expired 2022, but as you can see they are green. And I have some more kale or broccoli back there, and or cabbage, I don't know exactly what it is. Here I plant some more chamomile and those are sprouting. And then I have some perennials in the middle there. So on this side I have like lamp here and I have this carton here, and I put like something underneath here to kind of elevate this so they get closer to the light. And here are broccoli, cauliflower, red and white cabbage, and Savoy kale. And I think in this container back here there are some mache salad and tatsoi. So they are, as you can see, they have started. Temperature in this room is around 7 degrees day and night, but I do have a heater here as well. So I do have an extra heater here that is on during the night to ensure that the temperature doesn't drop below 0 degrees or down to 0, that it kind of stays around 7 degrees throughout day and night. And here I have the leek that I planted some beginning of January, or I don't know, second week of January or something, and they are doing well. And here not so much progress on the perennials. Sweet William flowers doing well, and there are also some pansies growing there. And then I have here more pansies which are started, and on the other container as well. And up there are chamomile. So the final kind of containers that I have here are also including cabbage and kale varieties. I think one of these are red cabbage, the one that is in the back there, because I can see a little bit red. So, and here are more leek planted. So they are kind of starting. They are kind of slow, but starting. And over there is actually a fig tree, and it has put out some new kind of growth. So yeah, I think honestly I'm going to have another post delivery of some perennial seeds, and I think I will sow some more because I did find more of these containers in the supermarket, so I can, and I do have some space for a few more containers planted. I don't know what I'm gonna sow. I have those perennial flowers I think I will kind of start off with, and then I will see how, for example, I have a white cauliflower and I have a lime colored cauliflower. I might want to sow more of that because those are very good to put in the freezer, store over the winter time. So I might will be doing more of those. Before I start with all the cucumbers, squash and zucchinis and summer flowers in March or April. So yeah, but it's very fun to have these Mediterranean citrus trees in here because I am in a minus 20 Celsius degree area. Right now it's kind of good temperature, but it can get very cold. So I just think it's very cool that all these plants grow here, even if the area itself is absolutely one of the coldest places on this planet, you know. And not so much happening with the foxgloves, but yeah. I actually have a delivery from Plant in a Box this week, and that includes some olive trees, but it's like small olive trees, I think around this size that I have here. So that's gonna be very interesting. I will do a haul when I get them to show what deliver of kind of plants in the winter time can look like, especially if you order from Amazon or, you know, Plant in a Box. So I'm very excited to see what they look like, and obviously they will be stored in this room. For example, I have some space over here or over there. We will see where I'm gonna keep them. Yeah,